I'm Kyle, and this is the Butter Booster. It's a Rangemaster-inspired treble booster that's designed for more modern tones and adds some additional tone switching options. Here's the clean tone. You've been hearing it a little bit already. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to turn up the gain a little bit. Turn the volume down. It'll sound kind of quiet. All right, then we hit it with the pedal, and we're going to just turn it up till it sounds good. So. All right, cool. So this is germanium and traditional. And we're playing on first position. This is like a parts caster. It costs like $200. But it sounds all right. Turn up the gain a little bit. Okay, so that's like the classic Rangemaster sound. If we want to switch to the silicon mode, so germanium transistor, we can think of that as having less bandwidth than a silicon transistor, which has higher frequency response. If we reduce the high frequency bandwidth, we're going to smooth out the transient. It's going to sound a little bit more relaxed. When we engage the silicon mode, you'll hear it sounds like sharper, like more forward, more on the beat. So, all right. It's the same bandwidth as the input stage of like a tube amp, right? So it's not like cutting any high frequencies. It's not adding any high frequencies. It's just leaving them as they would be with your clean guitar tone. Except it's added like 40 decibels of gain, but. Okay, so next, let's check out modern, right? This is traditional or treble. Now, modern shifts the frequency an octave lower. So now we're going to boost not only the highs, but some of the mids too. And so you'll hear that. I find it to be a little bit more useful. And we'll go back to germanium. Okay, so now we're germanium and modern. So you hear it's a little fuzzier. All right, and now silicon. So I actually play on the modern setting a lot. That's sort of my go-to. Silicon, it just depends on the song and the track and what the other instruments are doing and kind of what pickup setting you're on, you know? You might fiddle around with that. You can fiddle around with the volume. That helps. You can kind of clean it up. All right, so let's go back to germanium, and now we'll do baritone. So baritone shifts that quarter frequency another octave lower. So now we're boosting the mids, the lows, the highs, but still you have that 6 dB an octave low pass filter response. It's just changing where that corner frequency is. So even fuzzier. It sounds pretty metal. I like it. It could be good for a baritone guitar. You might try it on a bass. It works pretty well on this drop D. Yeah. So, oh, silicon, right, okay. So now let's try the last tone combination, the silicon. So that'll be super fuzzy. So that's about all there is to it. There's a lot of different things you can do with it. It's not going to sound very good through a solid state amp. Don't buy this if you have a solid state amp. But if you got a tube amp, especially if it has maybe a little bit darker of distortion. There's a lot of amps that I feel like the overdrive isn't voiced. Like, just leave something to be desired, and then you try with a boost pedal, and all of a sudden it comes to life, and it just needed a little bit of pre-emphasis to sort of take the excess lows out of the equation, and now the valves can amplify and distort in a much more musical and harmonic way. So what I'm going to do here is roll off the highs a little bit, so which will like kind of mute it a little bit, because the guitar circuitry interacts with the input of the pedal, so it causes, just mellows it out a little. Yeah, all right, so here we go.